Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Promoted Sandra. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to sew this basque waist bustier top with a zipper at the front and also with a stylish sleeve. This tutorial is going to be the sewing part of this dress. I already have the pattern drafting and cutting tutorial video up there on my YouTube channel. I'm going to be leaving the link at the description section. Click on it to watch, then come back and watch the sewing part. If this is something you're interested in, then keep up watching and don't forget to like this video, comment on it and share. This really help my algorithm a lot. I have used my patterns to cut out on my fabric, and I also went ahead to add all the necessary sewing and journey allowance to it. Then I also went ahead to cut out lining, and on the main fabric I ironed cloth stain, which I already showed you guys. So the lining I use is called thos. I decided to make use of thos, and you can make use of any lining of your choice. And I'm also going to be padding my bustier. So this is the padded I'm going to be using. This is the lightest one. It is so light. Okay, I don't want something that is going to be thick because we are going to be sewing zip at the front. I'm going to be using the front part to cut out on my padded. To do that, I will place my tape on the under bust line. I will come down by 1 inch. I will connect the point. Then on the side front, I will place my tape on the under bust line. I will mark 1 inch downward. I will connect the point. Then I'll go ahead and cut it out like this. I will cut out the zip allowance like this. Then for this particular one, remember the line we marked when we were drafting, that 6 inches line we came down with. Remember when I wanted to mark the sweetheart neckline, I went up by 1 inch. So at the side here, I also go up by 1 inch. Then I will just mark a straight line across. Then after connecting it, I'll go ahead and cut out this down part. I will cut out this up part. Then on the side, I'm going to place my tape on this side that line. I will divide my nipple to nipple measurement by 2. I will mark it here. From that point, I will connect a curved line to the down part like this, and from there to the up part. I will make sure I do not mark on the armhole. Then I'll go ahead and cut it out like this. I will fold my padded into 2. I will place the center front on it like this. I will cut it out. On the side, I added 1/2 inch for journey allowance, just like as I did for the main fabric. So I will just go ahead and cut it out like this. Then for this side, I will also go ahead and cut it out and add 1/2 inch for journey allowance at this side front. Okay, so I'll just divide this one into 2 because we are going to be adding zip to the front part. So the next thing I want to do is to go ahead and iron the padded on the lining of this dress. I'm going to place my tape at the center front. I will mark 1.5 inches that I added for zip allowance. I will mark it like this. After marking it, I will mark it on the other side. And please take note, I am marking on the wrong side of door face. I'm using door face. So after marking it, I'll go ahead and connect the points together. Once I'm done connecting the point, the next thing I want to do is to place the padded on it. So the part that is shiny on your padded, that is the part that has the gum. So that is where you're going to be placing on the wrong side of your lining. So once I'm done placing it on it, I will use my pin to secure it and turn it to the right side like this. Then I'll go ahead and give it a very good press. So by the time you iron it, the gum on the padded will be gummed to the lining. So this is the first time I am adding padded to my lining. I've never added padded to my lining before, and this came out beautiful. So for the side front, I will also go ahead and place the padded on it like this. I will pin it down, then I will turn it to the front and also iron it. Once I'm done ironing it, I will bring my cloth stain. I will use it to close the padded I ironed on the lining. Like I will just place it like this, trim out some excess at the side, then I will use it to cover it and iron it round. This will make it very neat. Okay, so I will also go ahead and do the same thing for the other side. So once I'm done, I will just trim out the excess. This is how it look like. Now the next thing I want to do is to go ahead and join all the pieces together. So I've gone ahead to arrange the front part, which is the main fabric. This is the center front and this one is the side. So I'm going to be placing the side front to the center front, one part of the center front. I will go ahead and start pinning it from the down. Please don't pin it from the top downward. No, pin from the down to the top. Okay. Once I'm done pinning this one, I will keep it. Then I'll go ahead and pin the second one like this. Once I'm done pinning it, I will take this to the sewing machine. I'll go ahead and stitch it down with 1/2 inch, and I'm going to start sewing it from the down to towards the top like this, like from the down to the up, okay, like this with 1/2 inch. So guys, I've gone ahead to sew it, and I also did the same thing for the lining. So I'll just go ahead and notch this cuff part, which is the bust area. I will also do the same thing for the lining as well. Once I'm done, I'll go ahead and use my bust ham to iron the bust area like this. Just go ahead and give it a very good press. After I am done ironing it, I'll go ahead and iron clothing to close this part that I just ironed open. Okay, this will make it more firm and neat as well. So once I'm done, I'll go ahead and iron the front part, which is the main fabric, like this. Once I'm done ironing it, this is how it look like. The next thing I want to do is to go ahead and sew my zip on it. Now I'm going to place the zip on it like this. If you check the zip, you're going to see that it is longer than the main dress. So I'm going to start pinning it from the down part and sew it towards the up. So this is just me arranging my dress on it to see if anyone is longer than anyone, so that I can trim it out. Now we'll go ahead and open out the 1.5 inches I added for zip allowance. I'll go ahead and pin my zip on it from the down towards to the top. Then I'll go ahead and stitch it down. Once I'm done stitching it, I'll go ahead and stitch the zip on the other side. So I've gone ahead to sew it, and this is how it look like. This is the back. You can see how neat it is, and this is the front. Now to sew your zip on your dress is very easy. The same way you will sew your zip on the back part of your blouse, that is how to sew it at the front part. Okay, so I'll go ahead and unzip it, just like as you can see me doing. Once I'm done unzipping it, the next thing I want to do is to go ahead and lining it. Now this is my lining. So what I want to do is this. I want to place the two lining together like this and arrange it. Once I'm done arranging the two lining, I'll go ahead and pin it down. Like, make sure you arrange it and pin it down. Now once I'm done pinning it down, the next thing I want to do is to go ahead and minus 1/2 inch away from the down part of the lining. I don't want the length of the lining and the main fabric to be the same. Once I'm done marking that 1/2 inch, I'll go ahead and connect the points together like this and cut it out. This will make the down part of your dress very neat as well. I will bring the front part like this. Then I'll go ahead and open out the zip allowance I added like this. So the next thing I want to do is to place the lining on it, right side facing each other. I will go ahead and pin the neckline together. Just go ahead and pin the neckline together like this. Once I'm done pinning it, I'll go ahead and sew it from this point here to this point, and from here to this part here. Okay, so you're going to sew through the zipper, okay, towards the end. So I've gone ahead to sew it, and this is how it look like. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to go ahead and cut out the excess zipper at the top like this. Make sure you sew it first before you trim it out. Then I'll go ahead and notch this cuff part. You need to notch it so that it will be very easy for you to iron and also turn. So after notching it, I'll just go ahead and trim out a little bit of excess around this part and trim out on that sink part. So I will take this to the sewing machine. I'll go ahead and top stitch on the lining, okay, from the start to the other side. I will top stitch on the lining. So I've gone ahead to top stitch on it. The next thing I want to do is to sew the down part. To sew the down part, I'll go ahead and drag the lining and the main fabric to be equal around the down part. Remember, I'm minus 1/2 inch away from the lining, so they will not be equal. So you just go ahead and drag it for it to be equal. Then after pinning it, go ahead and stitch it down with 1/2 inch. So guys, I've gone ahead to stitch it. This is how it look like. After sewing the down part, go ahead and also drag the lining and the main fabric at the armhole area and make sure they are equal. Pin it down. Then go ahead and arrange it like this and pin the zipper area like this. After pinning it, I'm going to take this to the sewing machine and stitch this part downward with 1/2 inch. Then I will turn it to this other side where I already sew the zip on before. Then I will sew through this line that is showing here. That is where we sew the zip on before. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and stitch it down just like as you can see me doing. Make sure you sew through that line and be careful. Now the part I'm sewing is the part that has that big head where you can zip it up. So just pass your hand through the armhole and zip it up. Then after zipping it up, go ahead and arrange the down and zip it. So just take your time, please. Okay, so I've gone ahead to sew it. I'll go ahead and trim out the excess around the zipper area like this. Okay, the excess is too much. So I'll go ahead and trim out this down part and this part that has the potential to be thick. So I'll trim it out, then turn it out from the armhole like this. After turning it out, I'll go ahead and iron it with my ironing board, just like as you can see me doing. Just give it a very good press. Iron the neck area, the armhole, every single part of the dress. Iron it. Okay, this is how to make your work very neat. So once I'm done, this is how the back look like. You can see how clean it is, and you can see the down. Okay, you can see how neat it is. Please take note of this before you sew your zip on the main fabric, just like as I sew it on it that first time. Mark half inch around the hem part of your top. From that half inch, place your zip on it and sew it upward. Don't start sewing it from the beginning, because remember I started sewing this from the beginning and it was really difficult for me to line the down parts. I could not line it because of that iron around the down part. So it's better you go up by half inch first, then when you want to line it will be very easy. I hope you guys understand. Now this is how the back and the front look like. You can see how neat it is after I was done sewing it. Just go ahead and iron it once you're done sewing your own. Then I'll go ahead and zip it together like this. This is so clean and neat. So once I'm done with that, I'll go ahead and iron it. You guys know that I love ironing a lot. Now this is the back part. I'm going to be lining the back part. Before I lining the back part, I will go ahead and minus half inch away from the lining, just like as I did for the front. So after cutting out half inch, I will place the right side of the door face to the right side of the main fabric like this. I will take this to the sewing machine. I'll go ahead and sew the neckline with half inch. Once I'm done sewing it, I will top stitch on it. Once I'm done top stitching, I will drag it down. I will go ahead and sew the down part with half inch, just like as I did for the front. I will just sew it round like this. Okay, once I'm done, I will also go ahead and make it equal around the round armhole line like this. I'll go ahead and stitch it from there to the down. Then I will stitch the other side. So guys, I've gone ahead to stitch it. After I was done stitching it, I went ahead to sew my dart on it as well. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to join the front part and the back part together. So before you join it, go ahead and stitch down the round armhole parts. Then I'm going to place the front part on it. I'll go ahead and pin the shoulders together like this. Once I'm done pinning the shoulder, I will take this to the sewing machine. I'll go ahead and stitch it down with half inch like this. I will stitch the other part with half inch. So once I'm done, I'll go ahead and shaping my top. Just go ahead and shaping it. Okay. So guys, I'm done sewing it and this is how it look like. After I was done shaping it, I went ahead to iron it out. You can see how clean it is. Now I'm going to turn this to the back part. So after turning it to the back part, I will just remove the pins at the armhole area like this. Then I'll go ahead and measure the round armhole so that I can cut out the sleeve for this dress. The next thing I'm going to be doing is to cut out the sleeve. So I've gone ahead to fold my fabric into two. Then I further went ahead to fold it into two again. This is going to enable me to cut the two sleeves at the same time. So I'll go ahead and iron it. Now I'm going to bring my basic sleeve pattern. Okay, so first thing first, I will mark a straight line across my fabric like this. I will bring my basic sleeve pattern. This straight part is going to be on the close part of my fabric. So I'll go ahead and divide the round armhole measurement I got on my dress by 2. I will mark it here like this. So the round armhole divided by 2 is 10.5. I'll mark it. Then I'll place my tape on the starting line. I will mark the full length of this sleeve. So what I have here is 25 inches plus 1.5 inches for joining allowance. Now around the down part, I will go ahead and measure how wide I want it to be. So I just wanted to mark 10 inches. After I was done marking it, I will place my tape on the pattern paper like this, my sleeve pattern. I will mark 2 inches upward. So after marking it on my pattern, I'll go ahead and extend the line to the fabric like this. This line I mark is where the elastic band is going to be. So I'm going to mark 8 inches here on this line instead of 10 inches. I'll mark 8 inches. Remember it was 10 inches I mark on the hem. So I'll go ahead and connect from that 8 inches to the round armhole and from there to the hem like this. I will curve it, then I'll go ahead and cut it out like this. I will add half inch around the top for joining allowance. I will remove the patterns and notch the middle. After notching the middle, I'll go ahead and open it up like this. I'll go ahead and stitch the hem of this dress by folding it with half inch and further going ahead to fold it with half inch again. I will stitch it down. So I'll do the same thing for the other one. Now the next thing I want to do is to go ahead and mark 4 inches upward from the length of the sleeve. I will just mark 4 inches upward like this. After marking it, I'll go ahead and connect the points together like this. Wow, NEPA have seized the light. We are going to continue like that too. Now this is the elastic I'm going to be using. Now to get the length of the elastic you're going to be cutting at, measure your wrist like this. Whatever you have here, minus 1.5 inches away from it. Whatever total measurement you get, that is what you're going to be using to cut out on your elastic, and you're going to be cutting out two pieces, okay, for the two sleeves. Now I'm going to pin the band on it at the beginning, then I will take this to the same machine. I'll go ahead and stretch it out and sew on it. So I've gone ahead to sew on it. You can see the gather there. After that, I went ahead to sew around the round armhole, then I'll go ahead and stitch it to the hem of the sleeve. Guys, this is the outcome of the dress. What do you think? Does it look good on me? Will you like to recreate it? One of my favorite parts of this dress is the bustier area. You can see how it packed my bust. No gaping, nothing, nothing. Ah, this is so beautiful. Like, I would like to recreate this again, maybe in another fabric. You can see how cute the sleeve is. So if you end up enjoying this video, please don't forget to like, comment, and share. This really helped my algorithm a lot.